Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mikey, and today I wanted to give a couple tips on getting your first pair of Barrows gloves. So, about a week ago, I made a guide on how to get your first fire cape. Well, it wasn't really a full guide, but it was a few tips that I thought would help players or new players that are watching longer guides that go, wave by wave. I thought it would fill in some of the gaps that some of the veteran guys might leave out or that they just take for granted in their knowledge of the fight capes. So, I wanted to make a quick video of talking about Barrows gloves and a couple things I did to achieve Barrows gloves and why I think you absolutely should do it as soon as possible. So, as you know, for a recipe for disaster, you need 175 quest points. And for 175 quest points, it is quite a grind if you're not a big quester. So, I think when I started kind of working towards Barrows gloves, I was at 110 quest points or 105, 100 maybe even less. I don't know. But it was a long grind. So the two tips that I can give to, get to Barrows gloves is obviously what I did first was I got all the skill requirements. So you can go on the old school RuneScape wiki and you can look up the requirements for Barrows gloves or for recipe for disaster, and you can get all of the skill requirements done. So that's what I did first, and then basically I just went down the page of quest requirements. So I went down the page of quest requirements, and then what was left was I had probably, when I was done with all the quest requirements, probably 150, I would say, quest points. So that left me with needing 25 quest points, and that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of quests. It's probably around 12 quests. So I actually might have been a little lower than that. I might have needed around 14 or 15 quests. So what I did personally was I went on to the old school RuneScape wiki again, and I looked up the quest list. And you can look up the quest list by, it'll give you a duration, a difficulty, and quest point reward. And what I did was I basically went through and found all the quests that would give me multiple quest points for a short duration, and that is essentially how I handled getting the 175 quest points. So one thing that was really cool was, there's a quest called Sheep Herder that's really short and gives 4 quest points. I would have never thought to do that given how the name of the quest. I just would not have thought to do it. I would have probably targeted bigger quests. So as you can see, I'm going to scroll through my quest list real quick. I have all the free to play ones done. That was just more of an OCD thing, wanting to get all of those finished. But you can see I still got some of the big ones done. I got some big chunks done here. So I am really happy I did this. I think that doing quests and opening up the game to getting, to just progressing your account is huge. And I've never had Barrows gloves in RuneScape, so I think that having these is just going to be awesome. I mean, if we pull them out and look at the stats here, you can see that they're super worth it. They're best in slot melee for free on the glove slot, and they're best in slot for range as well. So, and they're okay for magic too, and they got good defensive bonuses, and obviously a lot of your melee strength bonus comes from these. So yeah, they're a super critical part of the game, and a lot of upper level clans require them, but I just think it's something to get your account to a point where you have certain skill requirements, you're getting a boatload of quests done. I think it's just something really healthy for a main account. So yeah, so like I said, I basically did all the skill requirements, all the quest requirements, and got up to 175 quest points, watched a guide on the final fights, did the final fights in the Lumbridge Castle, and defeated the Colomancer, and got Barrows gloves. And another quick thing I wanted to shout out, so you already got my tips for both requirements, and also using the wiki to find short quests of short duration that give you 2 or 3 quest points, and basically going down that list to basically get to 175 as quick as possible. That's kind of what I did. I know there are efficient questing order guides, but if you're looking for just a quick boost of quest points, if you're like 10 away, 12 away, I think that's a really good option that can get you there if you're just antsy to go get the Barrows gloves. Another big shout out I wanted to make that helped me an absolute ton was Slayer Music 1. So that's music with a Q here on YouTube. And Slayer Music 1 makes quest guides. And I basically didn't run into a quest that he did not have a like copy for. Like he had quest guides on every single quest that you can think of. So he might have a couple missing. I don't know if he's done every quest in the game, but every quest that I ran into, he had finished. And I also watched one lady, Pixeled Monk. She does a pretty good job, but she does skip around in her videos. They're shorter, obviously, but she kind of like meets you at locations and cuts the video. Whereas Slayer Music 1 will literally run through the entire quest with you and give you all the equipment you need. I had no issues with any of his quest guides. They were all really well done. And what's nice is basically by looking at the length of the video, you can see how long the quest is, which I used to compare a couple quests towards the end in terms of length. So one I thought was medium was 35 minutes and another one that said medium was 18 minutes, just because they're out of the short category. So yeah, I would definitely give him check out if you're looking to complete these quests as efficiently as possible. And I just think he's done an absolute phenomenal job. And if I can send any traffic his way and help some people out, then that would be great. So yeah, those are my quick couple tips for Barrows gloves. I know it's kind of a boring video, but for anybody that needed a couple quick tips for Barrows gloves, I wanted to throw that out there. So I think I might be doing a main progress video coming up here soon, talking about what I'm going to be doing. There's been kind of some updates, and after grinding for the fire cape, which took me about 4 tries, and after grinding for Barrows gloves, which obviously was a long process. I'm kind of burnt out on questing. I'm kind of burnt out on doing, really grindy stuff that I don't enjoy, and I think I might just be switching to some AFK progress things. I got to 90 woodcutting and 55 thieving for Arty Nights, so who knows? I might be grinding some woodcutting here. I might be grinding some fletching. Potentially might be grinding some thieving at some point. So I don't really feel in the mood to do much Slayer. I thought I would be, so I purchased some gear. I ended up selling it back over the course of a couple days. I had a bunch of gear here that kind of just depleted my cash stack, and I wanted to kind of go into this next phase of my main progress fresh, deciding what I want to train, and have the cash stack to do whatever I want. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to do a quick farm run here, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope that these couple tips help you get your Barrows gloves. All right, have a good one, guys. See ya.